Good day. Welcome to another exciting mathematics lesson. In this lesson, we're going to look at some number sense and we're going to work with some decimals. Right, the thing that we will concentrate on today is being able to round decimals to the tenths, the hundredths, and the thousandths place. And we're also going to look at comparing decimals. What we're going to do is I'm going to teach you the lights on stage method or spotlight method for rounding decimals. If you still have trouble with rounding decimals, then we'll go to the Basels-Beeking method. On this screen you see that we're asked to round this decimal 32.0964 to the nearest tenth. And before we do that though, it's probably important to understand what place value is. So I'm just going to write down a number here. 0.321549. Whoa, didn't do so hot there. This is the ones place. This period here is where we say the word and then looking at your decimal, this is the tenths place, the hundredths place, the thousandths place, the 10,000ths place, the 100,000ths place, and the millionths place. In 5th grade you're responsible for being able to bring decimals out to the millionths place, but when you have to round, you only have to round to the 10,000ths place or the thousandths place. So again, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, millions. There is no ones place on the right hand side of the decimal. Okay, so our problem here says round to the nearest tenth. So let me just rewrite my decimal. 32.0964. And I'm going to use that spotlight method. Now remember, this is your tens place, this is your ones place, this is the and. Moving to this side, we got tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, just to repeat that. So to say this number, we'd say 32 and 964 10,000ths. It's asking us to round to the nearest tenths place. So to do this, I'm going to highlight the tenths place, and then you put the spotlight on the number behind it, which is in the hundredths place. When it's 5 or bigger, you round up. When it's 4 or smaller, you round off. Well, 9 is bigger than 5, so I'm going to round up by adding 1 here. And then I'm going to rewrite my new decimal as 32.1. Everything else goes away. So I've just rounded this decimal to the nearest tenths place. Let's do another one. Okay, this says to round. Remember, we'll count out, so I'm going to rewrite this decimal as, I got to pick pen color here. Let's pick this color. 0.5427.5, and it's rounding to the nearest hundredth. Tenths, hundredths. So I'm going to underline this, and I'm going to put the spotlight on the 2 because the 2 is what's going to tell us to change it. Now remember your rules. 5 or bigger, you round up. 4 or smaller, you round off. So this is essentially what we're going to do when we round off. 2 is smaller than 4, so we're going to just get rid of those. And we're going to rewrite our answer as 0.54, and you would say this new answer as 54 hundredths. Alright, we got one more to try. Round 3 and tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000, 3 and 95 10,000ths to the nearest thousandths, and 3 and 94 10,000ths to the nearest thousandth. So let's just start by rewriting that first decimal 3.0095, and I'll rewrite this other one 3.0094, and looking at our directions, it says we want to round both of those to the nearest thousandths. So let's change color here. We have tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So this is the place I'm rounding to. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. This is the place that I'm rounding to. Okay, so this is my controlling place value, so I want to put my spotlight on it. And in this one, my 5 is my controlling place value, so I'm going to put my spotlight on it. I'm going to start with this one here because my answer is going to be easier. Remember your rule. 5 or bigger, you round up. Smaller than 5, you round off. So this one, the 4 is smaller than 5, so I'm going to round off. Remember what I did in the last one to round off? I just got rid of all the places after the place value where I needed to round off to. So my answer here is 3.009, and we've just gotten rid of the 4. Alright, with this one, when it's 5 or bigger, you round up. To round up, I would add 1 here, and that gives me a problem because 1 plus this is 10. So I need to add 1 there. And so my answer to this one is 3.01. I have just rounded that one to the nearest thousandths place, but look where my answer ended up. It ended up in the hundredths. To conclude things here, when rounding decimals, you have to know place value. So they're going to tell you to round to a certain place value, be that tenths, hundredths, or thousandths. What you do is you find the place value that you're rounding to, and then you look at the number just to the right of that. That's your controlling place value. Now, if your controlling place value is 0 to 4, you round down or round off, which means you get rid of the numbers. Starting with the number in the controlling place value, those just get eliminated. If your number in your controlling place value is 5 to 9, then you're going to round up by adding 1 to the place value that you're rounding to. It's very easy to do. If you need to watch this video again, please do so, and it will help you to learn how to round to place values.